Hi everyone, you're on Moby channel and I'm glad to see you on my channel again. Well, today we not only got a new leak from DaFuq, but also Dom Studio channel released the full version of the 29th episode, which showed us not only the events of the first and second part, but also showed an additional scene in which Clockman from the future found all the YouTubers in our common headquarters, and I think that after watching this scene you have some questions and I will try to answer them. And also I will tell you about what we will see in the 30th episode, so be sure to watch this video to the end, and also put a like and subscribe to the channel. Also join my Discord server, because there are new leaks about Skibidi toilet. But anyway, here we go. So the full version of the 29th episode starts by showing us the YouTubers you already know, Isa Toilet, Moby, Just Cozy, and Hot Sauce Beats. On the table you can notice folders called Skibidi Apocalypse. As you know, we are trying to protect the characters of this universe from getting their hands on these folders, because they contain secret information that should not be known to ordinary characters. Also I want to tell you that I Moby YouTuber on Skibidi Toilet have no idea what is inside these folders, but Moby, who is in the series Dom Studio, he knows what is there. I want to tell you that we are the same character, just from different universes, but I can feel what my character feels in this multiverse. So the full version of episode 29 begins with what we've been told. That's why I wrote this commentary underneath the episode. Well, before I confuse you completely, let's continue the analysis. On this frame we can see the figure of Dom Studio character and some other character. If you know who it is, then be sure to write about it in the comments. Then on the same frame we see the face of a secret agent, that is Mr. Boom. And also here you can notice a board on which are depicted characters Skibidi Toilet Multiverse, which found the secret folders and they had to be neutralized. But the one that survived was TV Woman. Our characters of course wanted to neutralize her too, but Elite Cameraman did not let us do it, and this is one of the main characters of this multiverse. Next, the Elite Clockman and the Elite Clockwoman enter the room. And ISO makes a joke about them being clock agents, but they come in last. Then the Clockman from the future moves into the room, and I think you've seen this episode, so you know that he wanted to destroy us. And he wanted to do it because we neutralized some characters in this universe, because they found out about what is in the secret folders, but he did not succeed, because the Elite Clockman and Elite Clockwoman were able to repel this attack. And even though this character is behind us this time, he will still come back. Now my character is talking about letting him know about it, but I honestly don't understand who it's about. Maybe it's DaFuq or the character Dom Studio, but I hope that in the future we will be told more about it. I also noticed that this board shows a scientist in the form of a human. Dom Studio also shared this leak with us. Well, this is the end of the secret scene and the events of episode 29 begin, and if you suddenly forgot what happened there, then especially for you I will repeat my analysis of the two parts of this episode, but also watch the end of this video, because after the analysis I will tell you what you will see in the new 30th episode. The episode begins with a small group of reinforcement cameramen arriving in the main city of this multiverse, which has already been almost completely destroyed. Then our reinforcement squad is met by some rather strange-looking toilets. They look different, as if they came from a small future. Further, between agents and toilets begins a small fight, and cameramen gained a tactical victory using their weapons, but it did not last long, because after a couple of moments appeared Skibidi Titan Scientist. He immediately draws the attention of the reinforcement squad, and the Chamberlains hide in the first house they see, even though it still has fire. The scientist gets closer and is able to see where the Chamberlains are hiding, but suddenly he is attacked. Someone with the ability to emit blue flames. Next, a squad of cameraman reinforcements hooks up to a drone to watch what's going on, and the first thing we see from the drone camera is a scientist who looks at how the Titan cameraman arrived in this city, and by the appearance of the Titan, you can tell that he has been improved, because his right arm was changed after his fight with the Titan Drillman. Next we are shown his new arm in more detail and closer, and it reminds me of the gravity cannon from the game Gary's mod. The cameraman aims his machine guns at the scientist, and the latter in turn succeeds and fires a missile charged with acid at the Titan, but the Titan cameraman successfully deflects this attack. Then the scientist shoots at the Titan again, but this time the cameraman catches the missile thanks to his new arm and sends it back to the scientist, and this shot knocks the scientist down. But he is still holding on, and it actually made him very angry, so he activated all his lasers and directed them at the Titan cameraman. The Titan defends himself with his other arm, but this stream of rays is so powerful that it moves the cameraman off his feet, but thanks to his new arm he attracts to himself debris and machines, which he then throws at the Titan scientist, and while he was a little distracted, the cameraman takes advantage of the moment and begins an aggressive attack on the scientist. But it did not last long, because the scientist shot at the Titan and attracted his hammer using a strong magnet, and also, using the magnet, the scientist threw the hammer at the Titan. But the cameraman managed to dodge in time. It flew just a millimeter away from him, and it seemed that the hammer flew away and the cameraman avoided serious injury. But no, because further the scientist again attracted the hammer, and this time the cameraman did not have time to dodge. But suddenly the hammer stopped right before the blow. But what stopped it? It would be more accurate to say who stopped him. It was Titan TV Man, and Dom's studio channel and now writes the text that says Titan TV Man, because before it was really difficult to decipher his words. Next Titans met, and it would be more logical if further we would see a battle between Titans, as we used to see always, but this time everything went wrong. On one of the roofs of the destroyed buildings opened a large purple portal, from which Alpha appeared, and judging by her dialogue, it seems that the scientist is now working separately from her. At least that's how I personally understood it. She also says that the Titan Drill Man is not as effective as she thought, and that she is going to destroy absolutely all kinds of creatures in this universe, and also she brought with her the Counter Titan, and then a portal opens from which the same Counter Titan appears, and actually he reminds me of someone, but I can't remember who it is, so if you know, then write me about it in the comments. Next, the scientist shoots the Alpha teleporter. It seemed to make him very angry, and the scientist's action shocked everyone in the place. After all, it seems that the toilets with the Alliance at the moment have a common enemy. Then Skibidi scientist, together with his small squad, teleported, after which the Dark Queen begins to laugh, and she and her Counter Titan look at the Titans of the Alliance. This ends the first part of the 29th episode. Analysis of this episode. One would like to start by saying that I just didn't expect what happened in this particular episode. I honestly still can't believe it happened, but then when I thought about the next 30 episodes I realized that it all makes sense, and I will tell you why at the end of the video. But now let's analyze the episode. It starts with the Counter Titan starting a battle with Titan TV Man and Cameraman. And if you don't understand why the battle is happening with these Titans, then watch my previous analysis of the episode, specifically part 1 of episode 29. Then after Titan Cameraman took a hit from the Counter Titan, Titan TV Man started to help his ally and tried his best to kick the enemy Titan's ass. But his armor is very strong, and I wonder what material it is made of? Is it made of the same material as Titan Clockman's armor? Did they use the old Clockman Titan armor when creating the Counter Titan? Write your theories in the comments. Next, TV Man Titan tried to attack Counter Titan using the power of his reactor, but it also did not harm the opponent. And the Counter Titan decided to create an overload of Titan TV Man's reactor power. After all, he fired his laser directly at his reactor. Then while the Counter Titan was a little distracted, Titan Cameraman took advantage of the moment and delivered a devastating blow to the opponent, but the second blow Counter Titan has already held back. Titan TV Man also began to attack the Counter Titan with his energy blade, but the opponent successfully repelled all attacks. Next we are shown that the Counter Titan successfully scanned his opponents, and his hands began to transform into the weapons of the Titans of the Alliance. One of his hands turned into a hammer, and the other took the form of Titan TV Man's blade. Next we see the Counter Titan unleashing a series of blows on the TV Man Titan, but he successfully deflects them until the Counter Titan's tail comes into play. Next comes the Titan Cameraman's move, and he activates his large machine guns, but his bullets do not penetrate the Counter Titan's armor because it is made of a special material. Then the Counter Titan lightly slices the hammer of Titan Cameraman and he falls to the ground. At this time, TV Man attacks Counter Titan, and Cameraman decides to pierce Counter Titan with the rest of the hammer, but he fails. The Counter Titan then throws TV Man's Titan at Cameraman, and we are shown a full-sized Counter Titan who activates the weapons of the other Alliance Titans, specifically Titan Speaker Man and Drill Man. But how does he know what their weapons are? I have two theories. Titan Drill Man he has already seen, and so he was able to copy his weapons without problems. I also think that this scene with the meeting of Titan Drill Man we will be shown in additional scenes for Season 8 of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. But how did he know about the weapons of Titan Speaker Man? I assume that he read the memory of the Titans he is fighting with and therefore was able to make this weapon. Next, the Titans re-enter the battle, and TV Man also disconnects his additional TVs, and Titan Cameraman throws an entire building at the Counter Titan, but the enemy is still stronger than them. Next we see Titan TV Man's TVs using their lasers to successfully cut off the from Counter Titan's hands, and this angers Titan quite a bit. Then TV Man starts to win and even using his energy blade cuts off another arm of Counter Titan, and it seems that the alliance starts to win again. But no, because he again grows new arms and destroys one of TV Man's TVs. The fight continues, and at one point we see how the Counter Titan managed to copy the Titan TV Man's TV. He tried to teleport, but the TV sucked all the energy of the teleport, so the Titan could not move and got very serious damage, and although TV Man withstood the blow, but all his TVs were shattered, so he completely lost his vision. Next, the Counter Titan's chain slammed into Titan TV Man, and Titan Cameraman tried to help his comrade, but the Counter Titan shot Cameraman. Then he took the weakened Titan TV Man in his hands and started to destroy him using Titan Drillman's weapon. And I didn't believe this was really happening until the last minute, but the description of this episode speaks for itself. It goes like this: "It can't be, they need him." And that concludes part 2 of episode 29. But remember, at the beginning of the video I told you that it makes sense, and it does. Because what I meant was that in episode 30, there's going to be an improved Titan Clockman. Remember the additional scenes for season 7. We're clearly told that the Titan Clockman is ready and eager to fight. And just like that, the next 30 episodes can be considered an anniversary episode, which means it's time for the return of Titan Clockman. I think the strongest Titan in this universe will not only kick the ass of the Counter Titan, but will bring the Titan TV Man back to life. Well, and now it's time to find out about the events that will take place in the 30th episode. It's no secret that Dom Studio has already shared this information with us and even posted a video leak on their channel. Now you can see the events that will take place in the 30th episode on your screens. Yes, there will be an updated Titan Clockman, and he will have a completely different design. In the leak, Dom Studio used an early design of Titan Clockman. And as you might have already guessed, the Clockman Titan will really kick Counter Titan's ass, only if he doesn't manage to copy this ability. And Titan TV Man will most likely be brought back to life, because Titan Clockman has done this before. But this is not the end of the video, because soon will be released 72 episode Skibidi Toilet by DaFuq, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications, so you do not miss the analysis of this episode. And also now my other videos are on your screens, so choose your favorite and have fun watching.